Yeah, today right here we're doing a Deep Racer. And Deep Racer is a service from AWS that literally puts machine learning into everyday developers' hands. It's part of our AI educational devices within the AI ML stack of AWS. The purpose of the service is to let folks know that it's not hard to get started with machine learning. You don't need a PhD. And by going through Deep Racer, you're immersed in all things reinforcement learning, where we are putting these concepts into everyday developers' hands. So why we chose autonomous driving is that reinforcement learning has these terms called an agent and an environment. And to break that mental model, if we were to say an agent is a car, then it's an easy kind of mapping to an environment, which is a track. So you have an agent and a track. Engineers can then start to think about how do I, write this Python code to drive training in order for the machine learning model to make the right driving decisions in order to race and compete and finish the lap in the fastest amount of time possible. The students were given a presentation how to think about organizing this in a grid pattern to assign point value systems in order to have the agent be aware of how to accumulate maximum rewards in order to figure out where in the environment that it's accumulating maximum rewards and thus figuring out how to negotiate and make the right driving decisions. The students and participants will not be controlling the car. What they're seeing here is just the front-facing camera. So this is what the Deep Racer car will see. So you kind of see what the actual machine learning model is actually seeing, interpreting in order to make the right driving decisions. The only thing they control really is a speed maximizer and a throttle. So they're not actually increasing speed. So as you see by default, depending on how their maximum trained speed, it starts off at 50%, and then you can bump it up to your maximum trained speed or throttle down to negotiate your environment.
We're creating our own cars with artificial intelligence, and we're trying to train our cars to get into this track that we have around here. And make them as best as possible with the artificial intelligence to compete with the other cars and have our rankings. And we're pretty excited about it.
We went on this website and we had to code our cars to stay within barriers. You could pick to keep it within the lines, to make it follow the line. And then what you do is you run these trials, and your car, with the code that you taught it basically uses trial and error, kind of like dogs. And it starts to learn.
Yeah, we're all up against each other. Not to flex or anything. I think I'm gonna win. I had the most successful testing, but we've been testing for 2 hours at this point, I'd say.
It's 11 o'clock now.
It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe about 3 hours at this point.
I think the hardest thing is trying to keep it to stay on the road, because you have to every once in a while hit stop to get it to not hit the wall. But besides that, that's basically the hardest part, plus the waiting for the training.
So it's more of a online IDE, so you kind of just add functions and what you want the functions to do. And so it's pretty much just coding in a regular IDE but on the internet.